when it comes to the New England Patriots offense, we ask ourselves a ton of questions going into the 2024 NFL season. Like, hey, who's going to be playing quarterback most of the year? Or how are these young receivers going to do? Or are we going to even have a running game with this offensive line? Are they going to be able to hold up? Questions. But when we look at the defense, we know those guys are a bunch of dogs that have proven themselves last year and are only, in my opinion, getting better, primed, ready to go for this year. Now, one of those guys just made a list for breakout team NFL going into this year. Really hyping them up. So before we jump into that, I want you to comment below. Who do you think that player is? Comment right there. And then once we reveal it, if you got it right, pat yourself on the back. Kudos to you. You rock. My name is Aaron. This is Sports Talk Patriots. On a daily basis, we are talking New England Patriots football right here. So do me a favor. Please like, subscribe, comment below right now. Again, comment, subscribe, like, down the ladder, up the ladder, boom. Let's get rolling. So who is this guy? I don't think you're going to be surprised. I wasn't surprised when I looked at it. It's none other than Christian Gonzalez. And can we just say right now, I love how the NFL goes back to throwbacks. These throwbacks are great. I love Denver Broncos throwbacks. I love the creamsicles in Tampa Bay. I think they rock. I love Seattle. I think they have great throwbacks. There are some throwbacks like the Green Bay Packers when they wear, like on Thanksgiving Day, they wear those really, really old throwbacks that are almost like blue and brown. They're disgusting. They shouldn't wear those. But comment below, besides the Patriots, because I know a lot of people are going to say, well, clearly the Patriots are the best. Their throwbacks are the best. Whose throwbacks do you like the most? Comment below. Let me know. Or what are ones you get most excited to see when they bring them back? Back to the regularly scheduled program. Christian Gonzalez, taken number 17 overall by the Patriots. Many believed was the top cornerback in that draft. Last year was his rookie year. He ended up having 17 tackles, interception, 3 pass breakups. But then he had a shoulder injury, the torn labrum, that took him out in October. So he was sidelined the rest of the year. But Josh Edwards of CBS, sports analyst, believes he thinks Christian Gonzalez is going to have a huge year. I think that's the case as well. I don't think it's a surprise pick. My other pick that I would have picked would have been Keon White, just because I think he is going to be a menace off the edge, and he's going to be an issue for a lot of guys on the offensive line. So, but we look at his rookie year, it was kind of underwhelming just because he got injured so soon. But I think what we saw of him gave at least me a ton of potential that he has. And then you look at that secondary as a whole. You got Duggar in there. You got Peppers. You got Marcus Jones, who comes in, plays nickelback. So nickelback. I always think of the band when I say that. Sorry. I just had to say that. Anyways, so you look at that secondary, dogs. Linebackers, they're going to be good. They're going to be really good. And then I just love this part right here. He talks about his injury. I'm good, healthy, excited to go. You know, that's everything you want to hear from a player, especially who has an injury like that. You know, when it comes to your shoulder, your knee, your back, you know, whatever, there's reassurance that, hey, I'm good to go. He's a young guy. He's full, boom, ready to go. So awesome to see. I'm glad that the media is picking up that hype. It'd be awesome, too, to see that on offense. You don't see that as much, but it is cool. Now, I want to look at last year, too, real quick. I'm going to pull this up. And this is just the schedule from last year. Because I've had some people commenting like, you know, their defense was good, but it wasn't that great. Okay, whoever's commenting that, come on now, watch some football. So we look at the end of the year, and they had kind of a spout where, yes, at the beginning of the year, they had some rough games. Now, Dallas was solid. They had no reason losing 34-0 to the Saints. That's embarrassing. But we look at even early games, the Eagles in Miami. Eagles were rolling at the beginning of the season. Yes, they dropped off the edge of a cliff towards the end, and that was embarrassing and almost just cringeworthy to watch. But Miami, prolific offense. The Jets, gosh, so glad we won that game. But, you know, still holding them and Zach Wilson. Dallas, rough. But then you can continue to look down and holding teams, to pretty decent points. Obviously there's a 31 right there, but then here's a stretch right here, starting with Washington, 20 points, 10, 10, 6, 21, ignore, and then like 27, 26, 27, 17. You get an offense in there and win some of those games where it's not Mac Jones or Zappy, or even if you look down this column, this is embarrassing to say, I didn't even realize this during the season, but we didn't have one game where there was a 100-yard rusher. Not one. Embarrassing. Same on the receiving side. Never had a game where there was someone who had 100 receiving yards or more. That's rough. So when it comes down to it, defense, clutch, in the game, ready to go. Offense, lot to work on. But I think having a healthy Christian Gonzalez breaking through is only going to help. It's going to be great. That secondary is going to be dirty. Now, just jumping into the schedule this year, I don't care. I think it's funny they always have to put the preseason games here. But we look at this, and I'm going to tell you right now, this is not an easy schedule. And looking at it, I remember when they had the NFL release, I remember looking this over, and I was just like, this is going to be tough. Because you look at Cincinnati, they actually finally, for the first time in forever, took an offensive lineman, which they need to protect Joe Burrow. And they still got T. Higgins. They still got Jamar Chase. They don't have Mixon anymore. He went to the Texans, but they should still be pretty solid and someone to that's going to be difficult, especially playing at Cincinnati. They made it to the Super Bowl how many years ago? They want to get back. Seattle, they're always dangerous. I'm not Geno Smith. He's done his part there, and they're still competitive over in Seattle. Kenneth Walker, I'm a Michigan State fan. If you've watched this channel before, love him. Not going to be an easy game. Not going to roll over. Jets, they're a boom or bust in my opinion. If Aaron Rodgers comes in and really sparks that offense and that defense is the same, they're going to be trouble. They're going to be a lot of trouble. San Francisco just made it to the Super Bowl. Not an easy game. That's going to be tough. Miami also wants, they want to be able to win the AFC East. It's not going to be easy. That offense is really good. Good thing that we have a solid defense coming in, but not going to be easy. Texans, a lot of young talent. Not easy. Trevor Lawrence, reloading weapons here for the Jaguars. Not going to be easy. Again, to the Jets. Tennessee, if we do not beat Tennessee, oh my gosh, that should be a win. You look down this list, if you don't put a W next to that, that's embarrassing. Even if it's in Nashville, I don't care. Nissan Stadium, garbage. Tickets $59. Yeah, they're probably by the time the game happens, they're probably going to be 20. Chicago Bears, they're intriguing to me just because, again, they have Caleb Williams at quarterback. They're going to throw him in there, but they have a lot of veteran receivers out there, a lot of receivers with experience. And so we'll see what that offense can do. I think it'll be interesting. The defense was pretty solid. They could surprise a lot of people in the NFC North. So not an easy game, especially in Chicago. LA, Matt Stafford, those guys going to be solid. They made the playoffs. He has only how many more years, I feel like, until he's really done. So they're going to be fighting. Luckily, that one's in New England, so it shouldn't be, don't have to go all the way to LA on the other side of the country. Miami, tough again. Colts, who knows with Anthony Richardson, what that's going to look like. Kyler Murray and the Cardinals, who knows? I would say these two could be wins, but I think the Colts are going to surprise a lot of people. And then you have Bills, Chargers, Bills. Bills, similar with the Jets. The Bills, it could surprise a lot of people in the sense I feel like they lost two of their top targets and receivers in Diggs and Gabe Davis. So what is that going to look like for them? I think Josh Allen is a fighter. I think he's going to compete. But are they going to take a drop this year? Who knows? I mean, they got younger talent in tight end in Kincaid that they got. But who knows how the Bills are going to look this year. And then the Chargers, they're booty. They're bad. So, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough schedule moving forward, but there's hope. You never know. It's the NFL season. There's a reason they play it, because if we just crown someone a champion, what would be the whole point in it? So my name is Aaron. Again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Like, subscribe. This is Sports Talk Patriots. You guys rock. Peace.